I think a biggest lesson about monetization I've learned in a hard way is that you can never get to a perfect answer, and sometimes velocity is important because if you don't ship frequently, you're not going to iterate and learn.
I think the biggest monetization lesson I learned the hard way is the amount of cultural alignment that you need within a business. So there's been several instances where I'll see that, maybe someone in leadership or maybe there's an acquisition that goes on and it really pushes your business to say, okay, well, we're monetizing in one way. We now want to take that shift that might be, more of an enterprise sales motion or more of a PLG sales motion. And when you try to kind of mix some of these cultures, if you don't have that alignment, if you don't have buy-in from marketing, if you don't have buy-in from sales, or you might have, some different kind of microcosms within these organizations, you really just create a lot more stress that then translates to customer friction. It translates to trying to tell one salesperson to sell in multiple ways, or potentially saying, okay, you're now going to be at odds with another portion of the organization. But having that cultural alignment and making sure that whatever pricing decision you're making aligns with that is going to be key to kind of any long-term sustainability. So it's not just about, all the time the data, which is great. You need to have a lot of research, you need to have a worldview, but you need to also bring that into your reality and what you're trying to build as a business.
Do not remove a tier unless you have deep conviction in how much that will fundamentally change your business model.
The biggest pricing lesson for me has been how hard pricing changes are, right? So I think one of the companies that I've worked for, or one of the companies that we advise, is you kind of get stuck in this, either you're super low priced and then it's hard to capture more value, or you're started with a high price and you're trying to lower the price because competition is eating at you. So really, how do you make that transition from one model to the other, right? Either capture more value or capture more market share. And I think just doing that effectively is really hard. And I think managing, again, goes back to managing that is a one person's job, an executive's job. And that's the hard part.